In this month's edition of Hometown History, we're honoring Black History Month by taking a look at the Golden Blocks.
It's a nickname for that area between Gwinnett and Campbell Streets, now known as Laney Walker and James Brown Boulevards in Augusta.
WJBF News Channel 6's Kim Vickers is live from Laney Walker Boulevard this morning. Kim, there are people who lived and worked in that area who had a big impact, and not just on Augusta.
Well, Mary, that's absolutely right. And you guys know that I'm just a huge history geek, and that's why it was so hard for me to choose someone to talk about out of all of these incredibly fascinating people who made such a big difference. But in the end, my fascination with Lucy Craft Laney won out. Plus, I learned something about somebody that I had never heard of before, a student of Miss Laney's.
This was a cluster of black-owned businesses as far as the eye can see.
The Golden Blocks rose during Jim Crow under the backdrop of legal segregation. Corey Rogers, an historian at the Lucy Craft Laney Museum of Black History, says African Americans in that community decided they weren't going to let it hold them back.
What we are going to do is to create our own industry. We're going to become our own entrepreneurs.
Lucy Craft Laney was born in Macon, Georgia in 1854. Laney started the Haynes Institute, the first school for African American children in Augusta. Joyce Law, an historic preservation activist, says Laney's impact is priceless.
The influence of Lucy Craft Laney is immeasurable when it comes to lifespan education, a spiritual philosophy of which that there were no limits to what a person could achieve, and certainly African Americans.
Many of Laney's students went on to do big things, one of whom was author Frank Yerby. 20th Century Fox paid him $150,000 for the rights to his novel, The Foxes of Harrow, making him the first African American author to have a novel turned into a movie.
But Frank Yerby, because of the popularity of the book, and also too keeping in mind, even to this day, so many of Mr. Yerby's ardent readers did not know that he was African American.
The Lucy C. Laney Museum has partnered with the Greater Augusta Arts Council to create the Golden Blocks Project. It uses art to bring the rich history of the area to the streets. Selah Jeter Allen is one of the artists. She says being chosen to paint a mural was an honor, and she even wrote a song about it.
Experience and see the Golden Blocks legacy. Awaken and learn. Family, now it's our turn.
And there's just so much more to know about these remarkable people in Augusta's history. For the full story, including more on the Golden Blocks Project, just go to WJBF.com and click on the link to this story. Hey Augusta, that's just part of your hometown history. Live in Augusta, Kim Vickers, WJBF News Channel 6.